Have you ever noticed your legs feeling a little weaker lately? Those stairs that used to be no problem now seem to challenge you with each step. That chair you've sat in for years suddenly requires just a bit more effort to rise from. You might wonder, is this simply part of growing older, or could there be something else at work here? I'm about to share something that might surprise you, something that could transform how you move through your days. Here's the fascinating truth. Sometimes it's not about what you're not doing. It's about something you're already doing. Something you've been told your entire life is beneficial. Many of us, who've reached our golden years, make the same well-intentioned choice every day, believing wholeheartedly that we're nourishing our bodies. After all, we've been taught since childhood that fruits are natural, healthy gifts from nature, and for the most part, they truly are. But there's a deeper reality that rarely gets discussed in health conversations. Not every fruit serves our bodies equally well as we age. In fact, some fruits, the very ones we thoughtlessly add to our shopping carts week after week, could gradually be diminishing your leg strength, contributing to knee discomfort, intensifying joint inflammation, and making everyday movement more challenging. Those supposedly health-boosting fruits might actually be quietly compromising your mobility, balance, and strength. You see, our bodies undergo remarkable changes as we journey through life. Our circulation patterns shift, our metabolism finds a gentler rhythm, and foods that once energized us can begin to affect us differently, particularly certain fruits. They may look innocent in your fruit bowl. They may taste delightfully sweet, but they contain acids, sugars, and compounds that can influence blood sugar levels, trigger joint inflammation, and gradually weaken the very legs that carry you through life. Perhaps the most concerning aspect, this change happens so gradually, so subtly, that you barely notice, until suddenly there's that sharp twinge in your calf, that persistent ache in your thigh, or that curious tightness in your knees after just a short walk around the neighborhood. Today, I'm going to reveal the 7 fruits that those of us over 60 might want to reconsider, especially if you're committed to protecting your legs from long-term discomfort, weakness, and pain. None of these fruits is as innocent as they appear, and once you understand the connection, you'll never look at your fruit bowl quite the same way again. Stay with me until the end if you value your independence and dream of maintaining strong, stable, pain-free legs for years to come. This could be the wake-up call your body has been waiting for. Before we continue, if you care about your health and well-being, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is where we share the truths that often go unspoken. And I want to hear your story in the comments below. Have you noticed any connection between what you eat and how your legs feel? Share your experience, whether it's a fruit that seems to cause discomfort or one that makes you feel energized. Your unique journey could be the light bulb moment someone else needs. Together, we create a community of wisdom that's stronger than any one person's experience. Fruit number 1, pineapple, the silent inflammation trigger. Let's begin with a fruit that's ironically celebrated for reducing inflammation, but might be doing the opposite for many seniors. Pineapple. Tropical, juicy, refreshing pineapple. For years, it's been praised for its bromelain content, a natural anti-inflammatory enzyme. But here's the surprising twist. While pineapple may help reduce inflammation for some, it could be silently triggering it for those of us in our golden years. Pineapple contains powerful acids and natural sugars that aren't as harmless as they seem, particularly after we cross that 60-year threshold. Let me explain why. As we age, our blood vessels become more delicate and sensitive. They no longer respond to sugar surges the way they once did. Despite its benefits, pineapple delivers a potent dose of natural sugar to your bloodstream. What happens next? Your blood sugar levels rise rapidly. This spike can potentially damage the tiny blood vessels that nourish your legs, feet, and muscles. Over time, circulation diminishes, meaning less oxygen reaches your legs. And you know what follows. That dull, dragging ache after a short walk, the stiffness in your knees when standing, the tender ankles even after a restful day. But there's more to consider. Pineapple's acidity, that tangy flavor you love, can irritate joints, especially if you already experience inflammation or arthritis. It's like adding fuel to the smoldering fire already burning in your knees, hips, and ankles. Some people even report a curious heaviness in their legs after enjoying pineapple, as if their strength is slowly ebbing away. And if you're taking medications, particularly blood thinners, you should know that bromelain can interact with certain prescriptions, making them either too potent or not effective enough. Perhaps most concerning is how subtle these effects can be. There's no immediate pain, no obvious warning signs. The change creeps in so gradually that one day you simply realize you can't move like you used to. And the saddest part, most of us have no idea that the fruit we're eating for health might be contributing to the yearly decline we feel in our leg strength. So what can you do? You don't need to banish pineapple entirely, but awareness is power, especially if you've been experiencing persistent leg pain or unexplained swelling. The connection is subtle, but real. Fruit number 2, bananas, the muscle imposter. Now, if a fruit with anti-inflammatory properties like pineapple can affect aging legs, what about this next one? It's soft, it's sweet, and it's famous for boosting your potassium levels and muscle strength. But it might be deceiving you. Let's talk about bananas. Soft, comforting, and rich in potassium, bananas seem like the perfect food. They're celebrated for providing energy, preventing cramps, and supporting muscle function. But for those of us with a few more life experiences behind us, the story changes. Bananas are packed with natural sugars and rapidly digesting carbohydrates. This means your blood sugar levels rise quickly after eating them, and when this happens repeatedly, your body begins developing insulin resistance. Circulation weakens, inflammation increases, and your legs bear the consequences. You might notice a dull ache when walking or climbing stairs, a heaviness in your legs after meals, or stiffness in your calves that wasn't there before. But the story doesn't end there. Bananas can also cause fluid retention, especially if you have heart concerns. This leads to swollen ankles, puffy feet, and stiff joints. The effect is silent but significant. You eat them believing they'll support your muscles, but instead, they could be gradually diminishing your strength. The most challenging part, you won't feel it immediately, but over time, bananas might make movement more difficult and discomfort more frequent. Take a moment to consider the fruits on your plate. If you regularly experience heavy, achy, or swollen legs, bananas might not be the friends they appear to be. But what if something even smaller could have such an impact? Something small, charming, and innocent looking, that's known for supporting muscle health, but might actually be causing your joints to burn. Let's explore grapes. Fruit number 3, grapes. Small fruit, big inflammatory effect. Grapes, tiny, juicy, and effortlessly snackable. Their reputation precedes them, heart healthy, packed with antioxidants. But here's what most people don't realize. Grapes can trigger mild leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation in seniors. Why? Because grapes contain fructose, a sugar that's directly absorbed by the liver. When your liver can't process it completely, it converts to fat and uric acid. That's when the real trouble begins, particularly in your toes, ankles, and knees. Uric acid accumulates in the joints, causing a burning, throbbing pain that comes and goes. That nagging discomfort that makes even gentle walking uncomfortable. Have you ever experienced that sharp pain in your big toe at night? that unexpected stiffness in your calves. It could be something as simple as a handful of grapes elevating your uric acid levels. And it doesn't stop there. Fructose also fuels chronic inflammation throughout your body. This means more pressure, more stiffness, and slower movement. Grapes are also dangerously easy to overeat. They're small, they're light, they don't feel like much. But before you know it, you've consumed 2 or 3 cups, and the sugar quickly adds up. So while grapes might seem like a healthy snack choice, they could be subtly reducing your flexibility, weakening your legs, and making movement less comfortable as you age. Now you understand what might be lurking behind that sweetness. If you've been enjoying grapes regularly and noticing increasing stiffness and swelling, you might be wondering about other deceptively delicious fruits. Here's another one: juicy, colorful, and famous for its hydrating properties. But don't be fooled. While it tastes like water, it acts like sugar inside your body. Let's talk about watermelon. Fruit. Number 4. Watermelon. The false hydrator. Watermelon. Light, refreshing, the very symbol of summer and hydration. Could this water-rich fruit really be silently affecting your legs? It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? Everyone agrees. Watermelon is a wonderful way to stay hydrated. It feels safe, it's low in calories, it's mostly water. But here's the secret most people miss. Watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index. This means it raises your blood sugar levels rapidly, similar to candy. And those frequent sugar spikes can cause significant harm to seniors, particularly affecting the legs. Let me break this down for you. When your blood sugar levels rise rapidly, your body releases insulin. But in aging bodies, insulin regulation becomes less efficient. This leads to inflammation, especially in areas with poor circulation. And where does this manifest? Your calves, your ankles, your knees. You might notice fatigue in your legs shortly after eating, a dull pain during short walks, or that strange persistent swelling around your ankles. Climbing stairs begins to feel like scaling a mountain. Watermelon feels light in your mouth, but inside your body, it acts like a charming trap, slowly wearing down your leg strength. Because it's juicy and refreshing, most people eat plenty of it. 1 slice becomes 2, then 3. More sugar, more stress, more inflammation. It's deceptive. You think you're consuming water, but instead, your blood sugar is spiking, your circulation is struggling, and your legs are suffering as a result. So ask yourself, is watermelon truly hydrating seniors, or is each bite subtly increasing the discomfort of movement? If your legs have been feeling increasingly tired lately, it might be time to reconsider the watermelon on your plate. Now let's move to a fruit associated with vitamin C and health, found in juices, immune-boosting drinks, and breakfast tables everywhere. But for seniors, it could be launching an acidic attack on your joints. Let's discuss oranges. Fruit number 5. Oranges, the acidic joint aggravator. Oranges, they're bright, they smell fresh, and they're everywhere. Juices, health supplements, breakfast platters. They're celebrated for boosting immunity thanks to their vitamin C content. But for those of us over 60, oranges might be hiding an uncomfortable truth. Behind that citrusy glow lies acid, and your joints don't appreciate it. Oranges are rich in citric acid, and while that might seem normal, it can trigger silent joint irritation, especially if your body is already battling inflammation, stiffness, or arthritis. You might notice gradual stiffness in your knees when you wake up, persistent hip pain, that uncomfortable feeling in your legs after sitting for extended periods, decreased mobility, and increased swelling. You might assume it's simply part of aging, but that healthy habit of enjoying orange juice every morning could be contributing to the very discomfort you're trying to avoid. Here's what actually happens. The citric acid in oranges does more than just affect your stomach. It enters your bloodstream and can irritate the delicate tissues in your joints. Combined with the fruit's natural sugar, It causes fluctuations in blood sugar. And what's the result? Whole body inflammation. This inflammation spreads to your knees, ankles, and calves, making each step feel a little heavier and more painful. You see, oranges might not harm a younger person, but in an older individual with aging joints and slower circulation, the effect builds subtly over time. The hardest part is that you're consuming them with the belief that you're doing something beneficial for your health. Oranges have been associated with wellness for so long, but now you know they might not be supporting your mobility as you thought. What's next then? Our next fruit looks clean and pristine, green, crisp, and lower in sugar. Most people consider it the safe option, but it hides something that can lead to nighttime cramping, tight knees, and aching hips. Let's talk about green apples. Fruit number 6, green apples, the hidden cause of leg pain. Green apples, they look crisp, clean, and natural, and most people, especially seniors, believe they're the healthier choice because they taste less sweet. It seems like the perfect low-sugar snack. But here's what most don't realize. Green apples could be silently contributing to fatigue, stiffness, and leg pain. The culprits are twofold: malic acid and hidden natural sugars. First, let's address malic acid. This is what gives green apples their tart flavor. And while it's fine for younger people, it can be harsh on aging digestion. As we age, our gut lining becomes more sensitive, and once malic acid enters the body, it can irritate tissues, including joints. Some seniors experience intense hip or thigh pain after eating apples. Others notice a mild burning in their feet or tightness in their knees. It happens gradually, but over time, the acid accumulates, and the discomfort becomes more frequent. Now let's talk about the sugar. Even though green apples don't taste as sweet as red varieties, they still contain natural sugars, and that sugar causes blood sugar fluctuations in seniors with slower metabolisms. You might experience tired calves, nighttime leg cramps, morning stiffness, or weakness when climbing stairs. The most challenging aspect is that green apples are often eaten raw as a snack, or even right before bedtime. As a result, they continuously affect the body. They look so pristine and healthy. But for aging bodies, green apples might be subtly making walking more difficult, stiffening joints, and making evenings more restless. If a fruit this basic can have such an effect, what about a tropical, rich, and extremely sweet one? The fruit beloved by many. Let's discuss the true sugar bomb, mangoes. Fruit number 7, mangoes, the sugar explosion for your joints. Mangoes, juicy, soft, almost candy-like in their sweetness. Nearly everyone loves this fruit, especially during summer months. But here's the truth that might surprise you. Mangoes could be the most detrimental fruit for seniors experiencing joint weakness and leg pain. Why? Because they're loaded with natural sugar. And I don't mean a little bit. I'm talking about a substantial sugar punch that sends your blood sugar soaring quickly and dramatically. If you're active and under 30, your body can usually handle that spike. But after 60, your metabolism changes. That sugar rush causes an insulin spike followed by a crash. And each time this happens, your body creates inflammation deep within your joints, particularly in the soft tissues surrounding your ankles, hips, and knees. You might experience a burning sensation in your toes, a tingling that won't subside, evening swelling around your feet, or a creeping heaviness in your legs, especially if you have nerve issues, because mangoes taste light, feel fresh, and don't seem like a substantial meal. It's easy to eat larger portions, but this only amplifies the problem. That's the trick. The feeling of lightness doesn't matter to your body. It responds to the sugar, and over time, that sugar can contribute to joint pain, slower walking, and unsteady legs. Many seniors enjoy mangoes thinking they're a natural treat, and they are natural. But natural doesn't always mean safe for aging joints and weakened circulation. the healing alternatives, fruits that strengthen. You've now seen the complete picture. 7 fruits celebrated for their health benefits that have a darker side for those over 60. But here's the wonderful news. Some fruits have precisely the opposite effect. They strengthen your legs, reduce joint pain, and fight inflammation. Let's talk about what you can actually enjoy, because eating the right fruits does more than just satisfy hunger. They help heal your body. First, let's explore berries. Blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, and more. These small fruits are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They're gentle on your blood sugar, rich in antioxidants, and low in sugar. Best of all, they improve circulation, particularly in the legs. They make movement easier, fight stiffness, and reduce swelling. Next, cherries, but in moderation. Cherries can actually help lower uric acid levels, reducing the likelihood of gout flare-ups and joint pain. They soothe achy joints and that burning sensation in your knees or toes. Just a handful, not a bowlful, can bring significant relief. Then there's avocado. Yes, it's actually a fruit, and it's one of the best for healthy joints. Why? Because it's rich in beneficial fats that reduce inflammation throughout your body and cushion your joints. It also helps regulate insulin, providing steady energy without blood sugar spikes. Looking for something gentle on digestion? Try papaya. This tender tropical fruit contains enzymes that help reduce inflammation and ease digestion. It's gentle on the stomach and kind to aging joints. And don't forget pears, paired with a little fiber or protein. They provide a subtle sweetness without being overly sweet. They energize your body without putting unnecessary strain on your legs. Each of these fruits works with your body rather than against it. They don't create pain. They don't cause swelling. They help your body achieve the vitality, balance, and peace it's seeking. Remember, it's not just about eating fruit. It's about choosing the right ones for your current season of life. Fruits that are appropriate for your body right now. And when you make those conscious choices, you begin to feel the difference. Firmer steps, more comfortable movement, clearer mornings. A message just for you. If you've stayed with me this far, one thing is clear. You care deeply about your future, your strength, and your health. And I want you to hear this clearly. It's not too late for positive change. There's still time for recovery. And you're not alone in this journey. Growing older comes with challenges. The pain, the stiffness, the fear of falling. They arrive gradually, and sometimes they can make you feel like your body is slipping away from you. But here's the empowering truth. You can take control with wise, moderate changes rather than extreme measures. One meal, one fruit, one decision at a time. The fruits we discussed today aren't inherently bad. They just might not be optimal for your body anymore. And that's perfectly okay, because aging isn't about giving up. It's about becoming wiser. When you begin eating mindfully and choosing foods that support strength, circulation, and healthy joints, you'll notice the difference. Less discomfort, more flexibility, easier mornings, and lighter steps. That's what this journey is about. Not fear or limitation, but empowerment. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Share what you learned today and what change you're ready to make in the comments below. We all grow stronger when we share our experiences, so let's support each other. If this video opened your eyes even a little, please hit that like button, subscribe to ensure you don't miss any information that could transform your health, and turn on notifications. Before you go, take a moment to share this video with someone whose mobility matters to you. A parent, a friend, a neighbor who's been mentioning leg pain. Sometimes, the greatest gift we can give is knowledge that transforms someone's daily comfort. And if this information helped you, let me know in the comments what fruit you'll be reconsidering or adding to your diet. Your journey inspires others more than you know. Stay strong, stay mindful, and remember, your legs carry your independence. Let's protect them together.